To Google Play Developer Part 2 Smart Reply. And what I'm going to do, I am going to start the app, and let me run the app for you. And here it comes up. And it says, it has a red user, hello, how are you? And it has 3 suggestions, good, I'm fine, I'm good. And I'm going to click on I'm fine. And then I'm going to click on the send button for that because I'm chatting as a blue user. And it says I am fine. Now I'm going to switch over. I'm going to be a red user. And I'm going to select one of the suggestions. And I'm going to select that's good. And then I'm going to click the send button. And then I'm going to switch over and be a blue user. And you see the 3 suggestions, yay, okay, and yes. And then I clicked on yay, yeah. And I clicked on the send button. And now more suggestions. I switched over to as a red user, and I clicked on what are you doing? And I clicked on the send button, and I switched over as a blue user, and I clicked nothing really. So as you can tell on this particular conversation, you have the red and the blue and the red and the blue. Obviously, this is not really coming from text messages from your stored on your cell phone. This is obviously made up. But as you can tell that the machine learning can kind of comprehend what you are saying, and it has a predetermined words of how it can respond. The different applications that you can use with the suggestions model, for instance, if someone was wearing an augmented reality brain computer interface, when the person has the headset on their head, they can see 3 different suggestions, and they can focus on one of those suggestions and send the text message as well. And also on the smartwatches, so if you're jogging, you can't you don't have time to text, so you can just go ahead. You can either voice your which suggestion that you want as well by voice, or you can just tap on the smartwatch, however you want to do that. So there's so that particular TensorFlow model can be used on all of your IoT devices, which is quite interesting. I wanted to show you something on TensorFlow Hub. These are different TF Lite models that are good for the cell phone. And let's say you were working on insects. Well, it has the image classification for insects model. So it has probably every single insect you can think of in there. And it's just amazing all the different. There's one for plants if you want to do that. I mean, this is just amazing all the different models that they have completed already. It really has grown and it's going to continue to grow. So, right now we're going to concentrate on our smart reply. So, let me put that back in there. And there goes our already made Tensor Flow model. And this one's 10 megabytes. I can, and then it kind of goes over what the smart reply is and how it works. Now, if you click on, you notice that it has view Android example. So we're going to go ahead and click on that. And I wanted to show you what the test data looks like, what one of the models with the data inside of it. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Smart Reply Samples TSV. And it has 50 lines. And these are some of the suggestions that it will show that it has inside of it that's already been trained. Thank you so much. You are so welcome. You are so very welcome. You are most welcome. So it shows you all these different suggestions. And this is what it got trained on. And again, you can always increase it. And you can always train a model to make it bigger. But again, since we're doing cell phone data, you want to keep it small. All right, well, let's go ahead and let's go on to the code. Hello, this part, I just want to let you know that I'm going over the code part. This is not for beginners. So if you're not familiar with the button or what a layout is or what a build is or what a string file is, a color file, or you don't know how to code in Java, then I strongly encourage you to go to beginner. Take a beginner class or go to some beginner videos on what the basics are and get a hello program and just kind of go from that and understand what a text view is, etc. Now that I've said that, I am on the GitHub web page for MLK, and I'll have the link in the description. Now this was different from the others. So what I did, I had to create one from scratch. So I actually had to go from scratch and create a program, and I named mine Smart Reply. And it was a little bit different. I made mine just a little bit different from the sample here, but it wasn't much different. Like, the only thing I didn't do was I didn't have like all these different directories like Java and then one for Kotlin. I didn't do that. So that's pretty much something I did not do. Anyway, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to start out with layouts. As you all know, that's the best place to start. So let's get started. Now, the chat fragment is just like it is in here. What I did, I went ahead and copied it. I copied the chat fragment file, the item message local, item message remote, main smart reply activity, and smart reply chip. I went ahead and I put that in my Android Studio. So let me go to my XML, and I apologize for going so fast through this, but it's a lot. This is a lot larger than the other ones. Then I went to the string file, and let me go over. I just want to show you. It's pretty much copy and paste, which is a good thing. I went to, there goes the string file. Here is the string file here, and The Android Studio is to my left, and the GitHub material is to my right. And as you can tell, it's just cut, copy, paste. So I went ahead and I copied that in there. But in this file, you have the MLKit Smart Reply. Of course, that's the name of your app. But then it has like send message button text, empty input message, enter some input text first, switch emulated user, enter message text, generate history with sensitive content, generate basic history, switch, clear chat history, chatting as red user and chatting as blue user. And remember that chatting as red user and chatting as blue user, that was that's when you did the switch and have the different chat suggestions. So that's that string part right there. Okay, and like I said, it's just cut, copy, paste. So far it is anyway. And then you double click on DIMENS, and then colors. You want to cut, copy, paste that too as well. So I don't want to go too fast. And you just copy in there. You have black and it has the color to the left and white. And okay, so now we did our colors. We have our string file. We have our styles. So we have everything that we need as far as the values and as far as our layout. But now you have to do the menu. Now, just to refresh your memory, if you don't have the menu folder there and you didn't download the entire GitHub example, which is fine, you just want to right click, click on new, and click on Android resource directory. And you just want to type in menu, and then a resource type, click on menu and click on OK. And then that will give you the new directory for menu. And then when you're on GitHub, you want to click on menu and click on chat fragment actions XML. And that will give you all the items that it has in the menu. Generate history, generate sensitive history, and then you can clear the history as well. So that there goes the menu. That's the chat fragment actions. Drawables, you want to go ahead and put the drawables in there like I did in mine. I have drawables. I have the IC camera front black. And you can see it has the picture, which is really cool. And there goes the foreground. Gives you some really cool graphics. Well, I really love that when you double click on it, it shows you what it looks like, which that's pretty cool. And what's the next thing? So we have our drawable, and then your IC launcher foreground, drawable -24. And we're not doing Kotlin. We're going to be doing Java. And I went ahead and I put in the different Java files in there. But I did want to say that if you're not downloading the entire GitHub example and you're just creating a brand new smart reply only for smart reply, the application, you're just not downloading every single example, you're just doing it like I do, be very cautious where it has the package name, like it has com.google.mlt mlkit samples nl smart reply java.chat. If you named it something different, just keep in mind that on your import you got to put the package name.r and then whatever, and then right here as well, like the Java model message. I'm on chat fragment, and I'll show you in my Android Studio what I did, just to keep it, just to let's just show you that real quick. Here goes my chat fragment, and on my import files. So my package name was com.educationfundonline.smartreply.chat. So I went ahead. So I had to change that line to com.educationfundonline.smartreply.r. And I also had to do it for model.message. So just to let you know about that. Okay. Now, the nitty gritty, which is really the build file. So let's go down to the second build file. Double click on that. Mine is in Kotlin. Now, this is the most important thing. Okay, so if what you want to do right at the very top, you want to look at Android Compile SDK 33 and the Target SDK, the Target SDK 33. You want to look at that because on this one, the sample that they have is 2 years old, but Google Play requires everyone to change their Target SDK to something recent. So you're going to have to do 33. So when you change 33, that means you also are going to have to change. And I apologize if I'm not pronouncing this correctly, but you're going to have to change the Maven Guava, which is right here. You're going to have to change it to 31.1. And so you're going to add the implementation, and then you're going to add the com.google mlk smart reply 17.02 and the Google Play smart reply 16.0 beta 1. I went ahead and added all of that. So that is very, very important to get that running. And as far as the Android manifest, let me double click on that for you. Make sure you have the metadata, the com.google.mlkit.vision.dependency smart reply, comma. I put model 2 and model 3 on mine. And you should be able to get that running, because I just wanted to make sure that my main concern was that everyone get it up and running. And also, I wanted to say that these are text boxes, right? So this is not really getting it obviously from your actual text messages. So go ahead, get the sample running, and then after that, after I go through all the machine learning examples that they have on there, then I'm going to go through the different intents, like how you pass it. Intents, how you can pass the data from your text messages, your live text messages to this. And always remember that if you're doing on one device, you can do it pretty much on all your device, all the person's devices as well. All right. Well, I hope everyone have a great day and happy coding.